Hey guys, what is up everybody and welcome to a new video. In this video I want to share with you my experience of using aluminum cases on adventure motorcycle, and in my particular case I'm going to talk about Trax ADV cases from SW-Motech, which is top of the line product, but they're not only solution on the market. There are some other options from other manufacturers are available, but the thing is I specifically want to talk about aluminum cases because those systems, they have certain advantages and disadvantages, and after using them for quite a bit of time I actually want to share with you my thoughts on whether should you go with them or maybe you should look for something else. But again, that is only my case because the way how I use motorcycles, the way how you might use them can be a little bit different. But I hope that my opinion will be helpful to some of you who is looking for options how to accessorize your motorcycles for long trips. Adventure motorcycles are quite popular, and of course if you have any sort of middleweight adventure motorcycle or even bigger motorcycles from adventure world, you will be accessorizing them with any sort of luggage solution, and there can be aluminum cases, it could be plastic cases, it could be soft bags as well. Are you staying more on highways or you do sort of mixed roads, maybe paved roads, a little bit of gravel, or you going completely off-road, right? So it depends on how you're going to use those bikes or how you're going to travel. You will choose either of those systems. And the thing is, what we can see is that aluminum cases became sort of mainstream for adventure traveling, and probably there is a reason for that because they're sort of durable, they're robust, and they can be also used in various applications. For instance, if you're camping, so you can use it as a support for something, you can sit on that, you can put it next to your tent and use it as a storage again, doesn't matter with the weather. Plenty of applications. But the thing is, we can often see those cases on touring motorcycles because most of the adventure motorcycles, they used as a tourers, they never see their green lanes or even gravel roads, let's say. Typically people would install aluminum cases there. And first disadvantage of doing that, in my opinion, would be that it makes motorcycle heavy. So you see, adventure motorcycles, they have a little bit more ground clearance, right? And most of the adventure motorcycles, they are top heavy. So if you compare them to road motorcycles or to touring motorcycles, you will see that when you sit on this bike and you try to lean a little bit, on either of sides, you will feel how heavy it is. And if you're right after that, you sit on road focused motorcycle or street bike, you will see that the center of gravity is much, much lower. When you add aluminum cases on that motorcycle, they also come with extra weight. They much heavier than plastic solution. They definitely heavier than soft bag solution. And then you start to load them. And what happens, this bike becomes top heavy in the front and it becomes top heavy here on the back. If you try to maneuver such motorcycle when it's fully loaded, you will feel that it's better for you to stay upright, because once you lean it a little bit, you feel all that weight, and that makes you work harder on, especially when you're riding like twisty roads or when you're going low speeds. To maneuver a motorcycle which is top heavy everywhere, it becomes a little bit difficult. So if you guys don't have much of the experience, think about it, because that can be one of those things why you might drop the motorcycle. And speaking of dropping the motorcycle, so there is nothing to kind of absorb the energy or the force which you experience when the bike goes down, and that goes onto the rails on which this case is mounted. They don't have any damping ability, and that all comes onto the frame of the motorcycle. So again, depends on the situation. You can easily damage the frame or subframe of the motorcycle because there is again no damping. Whichever bike you have, in most of the cases the bike will be maybe 200 kilograms, It's still heavy bike, right? It's still heavy machine. Some of them even heavier, right? Like 250 or something like that. Because it is aluminum, soft material, right? In the places where they are mounted onto the motorcycle, they can be bended inside. If you travel and you drop your motorcycle, there is no way you can repair it on the go, because again, it is aluminum, it is soft, so it is easy to bend it one way, but if you want to bend it like backwards, it can break as a material, right? So that is the nature of aluminum. So you have to be careful. And by the way, guys, if you know how to handle this or how to repair such such cases in such situations, let me know in the comment section below. I really want to know about it. Some manufacturers, especially SW-Motech, they offer you internal bag which goes there. It's kind of waterproof bag. And now I understand the reason why these internal bags are waterproofed, because specifically for aluminum cases, if you drop the motorcycle and if you bend it, the case, especially when you're traveling, somehow you need to keep all your belongings dry. Another thing which I don't really like about these cases is the way how locking mechanism works. All mechanical, there is no way you can break it somehow. It's all durable. But the thing is, you always have to use a key. So if you drive your motorcycle and you stopped at the gas station, whether you use your key for the tank or for ignition, you always need to take it from there, and you need to come here, and you want to open your case. You open the case, but you cannot take your key. I mean, you technically can, but if you want to lock it, again, you need to use your key. So that's what happens. So the key becomes one of the important things here. And the thing is, if you lose this key, it can be challenging to open the case. Can you imagine if you're traveling 1,000 miles away from home and you bend the key or you lost the key? The problem here is that you cannot open the case, you cannot remove the keys from the motorcycle, you're stuck, that's the problem. So you have two different mechanisms on each of those cases. One is responsible for case to be opened and closed, but another one responsible for the case to be detached from the motorcycle. You see what happens here. So what happens here is that too many things depend on only one key. So if you're traveling long distance and you do stop a few times during the day for for lunch, to rest a little bit, you don't really want every time use the key. What you want, you just want to come, push the button, open the case, take your stuff, put your stuff, close the case and continue riding. For me personally, whenever I have a choice between aluminum cases or plastic cases, in most of their situations I would probably go with the plastic ones, because they are safer. If you drop the motorcycle, they don't create any noise, because these ones over the time, you see, they make this noise. It's really hard to adjust them all the time because you need to play with the mounts. They don't have any rubber around these like mounting points. And of course, when you ride gravel roads or if you go through the like road surface with the potholes, like it's gonna bother you. Like, what is this? I would not say that is like really pleasant experience. But anyway, maybe that is the nature of adventure traveling. I don't know, but I think that even if you do a little bit of road, if you do green lanes, you probably don't really want to be top heavy, because if you ever tried riding a gravel on any top heavy motorcycle, like you sweating a lot, guys. That's gonna be quite challenging experience. So I hope that's been helpful. I don't really can say whether you should buy them or you should not buy them. My personal experience, every time I be choosing between plastic or aluminum cases, most probably I'll go with plastic cases, because for me they are just more practical, more versatile. Yeah, maybe not that much robust, not that much durable, because plastic typically is easier to damage, easier to scratch. But again, they are lighter. They absorb some of the energy in case if bike falls on either of sides, and you don't deal with all this aluminum things, and they're also silent. Like in most of the cases, because it's plastic, it can be rubberized. Like it's really hard to rubberize aluminum mounts because they will cut the rubber. But plastic ones, they can, yeah, they typically come with rubberized mounts, and they just more silent. That's pretty much it, guys. Let me know what is your experience and what you're thinking. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.